Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
Hi.
Hi. We'll wait a minute or so to see how many more people we get on here. Already got a few. I see some veterans. I see some rookies. I'm
Nice.
Who are you calling a rookie?
Some veterans and rookies.
Veterans and rookies. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
That's Nina, everybody.
Are you saying Happy New Year back? Thanks a lot.
Nina is shy.
Yeah, I'm extremely shy.
Happy New
Oh,
Year, Nina. What did everybody, let's start off as we're waiting for more people to join. What did everybody do for New Year's?
I'll let Cindy go first.
I slept.
That's what I figured a lot of people would have done.
Yep. I worked on New Year's Eve, so I was tired.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else do anything exciting besides sleep? Did anybody make it till 12?
I was sick, so I was in bed on medication. I literally just took my last antibiotic yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I know. What a fun way to spend a New Year's.
Right. What did you have?
They tested me for COVID and the flu, and I came back negative for both. So they just said you have a really, really nasty cold. Right now, I just have this lingering, ridiculous cough, and I have congestion. But I feel like today's the first day that I feel really good. Besides the coughing and the congestion.
Okay, that's good. I think I had something like that a few weeks ago, and I had like a cough for like 2 weeks. It could have been COVID for like the third time, but I didn't even test. I was like, what's the difference? Go get over it in 2 days.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anybody else do anything exciting for New Year's?
This is called audience participation.
Yeah.
Don't all go at once.
You have to unmute yourself too to participate. No one did anything exciting. I mean, we hosted a humongous party here at the house. I kind of got volunteered to do it. We live in a community that we've become very close with a lot of our neighbors. I'm talking like maybe 10 families. And they're always hosting things and always inviting us over and always doing stuff. And since we have a lot of kids in my home, we don't typically host at our house. We're trying sometimes to get away from the kids or whatever. So for New Year's, I kind of volunteered, or God volunteered, to host a party. And I don't do parties small. Especially if I'm cooking. So we had like a whole feast here, and I can't remember the last time I stayed up till 2:30 in the morning, but I did. So yeah, but it was fun. We had a great group of friends and neighbors. It was just a good time. Glad it's over though. Glad it's over. Yeah. We're still cleaning the house. What, 3 or 4 days later? 3 days later, still cleaning the house.
Well, I'm glad that you had a good New Year's celebration. You partied for most of us.
It wasn't normal for us, but we made it happen. So welcome everybody. I'm so excited to be offering these live Q&As and things like that. Obviously, I do the TikToks and stuff like that, but this becomes a little more personal and a little more supportive. So I'm happy to do that. And we just, again, feel free. This is just a Q&A. Ask whatever you wish. Something might be going on. You might want something answered. Generally speaking, the thing that you want to ask about, 5 or 6 other people are going to have the same thought in mind and going to be, oh, thanks for asking that, because I was thinking the same thing. So that's how we use this platform, just to see if we can answer any questions and see how you guys are doing. I know maybe if you're new to the program, I haven't got to an onboarding call with you yet. So stay tuned for that. I know I was on vacation, so I couldn't use the phone on the cruise, but yeah. So if you have any questions, just either do like a raise a hand or just shout it out or whatever. And I have some stuff I want to go over too later on. So. All right.
Don't all go at once.
How long? Well, let's start off. How long have you guys been in the program? Nina, I know you're the veteran of the group probably. Roselle, she is pretty somewhat of a veteran, I would say.
Yoo-hoo, Roselle.
Yeah, I guess I mean, I've been here since September.
Yeah.
Veteran.
All right. This is your second live with us, I know. Cindy, you've been on a month or so?
I think it's been like almost 10 weeks.
Okay.
Woohoo.
A little over 2 months. Good.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
2 days.
2 days. All right. So you're getting a real treat here. Very special. So you don't have to wait very long to get this attention.
Good.
Congratulations, newbies. Yes.
Yeah. What are some of your challenges, I guess? And again, we have people from 2 months, 2 years, we have people from all over here. So what are some of the challenges that you guys are facing or may have faced and gotten over it? How are you guys doing, especially with the holidays? And obviously it's between Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's. There's a lot of challenges, right? A lot of peer pressure.
Adam.
Yeah.
I'll start it off. So to your point, the holidays for me, just speaking personally, it was a little bit challenging. And I just kind of gave in and said, I did good on Thanksgiving. Actually, Thanksgiving, I did really good. Cindy and I both dropped weight on Thanksgiving week. So Thanksgiving was fine. It was Christmas where I just said, this is what it's going to be and I will be better. And I just kind of succumbed to it. So what I've realized is that I am so thankful to be learning the ways of intermittent fasting through you, Adam, and through your program and all the information that you give to us, and that it's really just a lifestyle. And once you're really conditioned, once your mindset ties in and you're conditioned to it, it's just effortless. It becomes effortless. So even though I had those temptations and I did give into it, I'm not looking back, I'm looking forward. So I'm still on path. I have 10 more pounds to go and I've reached my goal, and I'll probably drop maybe a couple more pounds just, to have that flexibility of, because, women are weight up and down just a little bit. Sure. So I figure, okay, just go for 10, but maybe drop a couple more pounds after that. So I see the difference in having the holidays to now. I don't have any holidays to look forward to. And even from January, today is what, the 3rd, until the end of January, how I'm looking at it is I'm going to be very mindful and careful of how many outings I have. For example, like dinners, not that I can't be careful, but again, I want to somewhat get myself so conditioned to where when I go out to a restaurant, it's not, I can make those healthy decisions within the plan of what we should be doing for our last meal of the evening, and not feel the temptation of, oh, let's grab dessert or let's have an alcoholic beverage. So I'm being more mindful of, let's cut it down until you get to your goal. And even when you get to your goal, let's still be mindful, because then there's like that saving money aspect of not eating out so much. There's right, you have control over what you're putting in your food. And the other thing is watching all of your videos, which you just have such a plethora of information for us at our fingertips. The thing that I'm starting to get more creative. So like I went to the store today and I spent the bulk of my money was on vegetables. I mean, I bought radishes. I'm thinking of like all these different vegetables that I can get that will help cleanse my liver. I'm thinking in so it's so much more. I think it's really wrapping our heads around like the nutritional value of what we're learning through the program and getting our body so conditioned to it to where then our insulin levels aren't spiked because we're controlling it. It's really just our mindset. If we can get our minds to control everything and really just be ahead of that, I feel like we can beat this, you know?
No, 100%. And I want to piggyback kind of on everything you said. By the way, you're hired, Nina. Thank you so much. But no, I want to piggyback on because you touch on so many different points. And I think if we look at this on all the points that you've just mentioned, there's such a snowball effect of all these things, right? It's not just going out. It's going out, might not be having the best choices. It's staying out later than you would. It's having the drinks because now you're out and everybody else is drinking. You know, and all these a negative snowball effect to everything that you've just done, instead of just saying, and the money aspect too, right? I had a client in here today who was just saying, like, I'm not going out anymore. I spent X amount of money going out every single day for the last month. She's like, I'm not going out anymore. My job for January, she said, was, you know, I'm not going out. I'm just gonna save money, eat healthy, you know, cook my own food. I was like, what a great plan. Like, sure. So to your point, I mean, there's so many different things that once you wrap your head around it, as you said, will start taking place in this positive way, not, you know, snowballing in a negative way. You know, and I can tell you firsthand that, listen, if I go out, like, you know, I'm screwed up the next day, you know, I might not do my morning workout, then my day shot, and like just all these negative things. So again, I try not to do that as well, or at least be mindful of what I'm doing, how often I'm doing it, and things like that. So sure.
Also too, Adam, too, sorry, just one quick thing I want to say. Adam, even with, like, let's just say the slip ups that we have, where maybe we went a little overboard, or those few pounds that we dropped last week, now we just gained them back with that Christmas or Hanukkah or you know, whatever holiday meal that we had. What I've noticed, and this is why this program and intermittent fasting is so, I'm such an advocate for it now, is that I see the results. I see that during this almost week of me being sick and not really making the best choices, I'm just going to be honest here, this is an open, honest forum,
safe place.
That, yeah, this is a safe place, no judgment-free zone, that just in the last couple of days, I said, okay, I'm done. It's a new year. Let's be good to our bodies. Let's treat our temples right. And let me tell you, Adam, literally within a day of getting back on and doing my time of intermittent fasting, my body literally dropped the weight. Literally, it's like because you know, I know we're not supposed to weigh ourselves every day. I do, sorry, and I cheat. And I see, and I'm like, you know what, this program is unreal. If you give your bodies the chance to, how do you say it? You say it the best, Adam. If you give your bodies a chance to heal and do the necessary work and not constantly consuming food, guys, girls, women on this call, you will see the weight drop. It is proof. It will happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
I gotta say, I'm like super passionate about it.
I know. We had someone else who wanted to chime in or ask something.
I was just gonna say, I've just been in a little over a month and a week. I try to jump in all the lives just to give you
I see you there, Kelly.
Give you some likes, and usually it's when I'm working or whatever. So, you know, because usually, like I've said before, a lot of times you might get a question that from somebody out there that, you know, I want to know the answer to, but oh my goodness, stop it.
You got a friend there.
I do. They're not used to me talking like this, so now they're gonna. Anyway, it's really kind of what she was saying as far as making better choices. Because I went from eating, and when I say this, I'm not kidding, fast food, 1 to 2 meals a day for probably 5 to 6 days a week for 20 years.
Wow.
And these last 3 weeks, first of all, I've had just some crazy crap going on that just one thing after another. And I do payroll the last 2 weeks of the year and the first 2 weeks of the year are crazy.
Yeah.
And I've caught myself going, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go get something to eat. I didn't go grocery shopping. I'm going to go get something to eat from somewhere. And then I make myself, it's like I've trained myself to say, no, Go
Yeah.
look in your refrigerator, see what you have left over from the other things you've cooked, and throw something together. And
Yeah.
I've never been able to throw something together before. That's just something that was never in my vocabulary. It was, I'm busy, let's go get something to eat and be done with it. And now it's just, I would say my hardest thing is getting the water in, because, and I'm not drinking anything else. I don't drink coffee. I throw in some green tea every now and then, but I don't drink sodas. I only drink water, but it's getting 100 ounces in. It's
Sure.
That's
There's,
where my
there's Cindy
downfall is.
goes drinking her water. If you follow me on Instagram too, I am always throwing something together. And to your point, again, it's like I've conditioned myself and my wife as well. We've conditioned ourselves to, we can go out or we can just scrap something together. And typically it's such a better choice, a better option. We try and plan the best we can, but life happens and we don't always have, something or a planned meal. And so we're, throwing something together, whether it's an omelet or whatever. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that happen all the time, whether it's my wife or me, just, making something healthier than going out and having something that's not the best choice. So
And it's just the mindset now. It's that mindset
sure.
that has completely changed. And that's the one thing, the big thing I'm grateful for is that how it's taught me to completely change that.
Awesome. Thank you. Cindy, you want to say something?
Yeah, I meal prep. I meal prep on Sundays so that I never have to think, what am I going to eat today? I can just go in the freezer, grab out either one that has carbs in it for my lunchtime or one that doesn't have carbs for my evening meal, throw it in the microwave and it's done.
Sure. That's the ultimate, to have a game plan. Again, and I've said this a million times, we plan everything in our lives. We plan our trips, our meetings, our kids' events, everything. The last thing we do is plan our nutrition, our substance, it's backwards. We have it all backwards.
Yep.
Carrie, did you want to say something? I see you come on.
Yeah, well, I was having issues with my phone, so I had to switch over to the computer. That's why I couldn't answer earlier. I've been on, I think, 2 weeks now. I started like the middle of December. I'm having a hard time. I'm not losing an ounce. I'm struggling with everything and I don't understand why.
Okay.
I'm doing the fasting. I'm not eating till noon. This week I cut out the coffee completely because I can't do the black coffee. So I'm cutting out the coffee completely because I was waiting till noon to have the coffee with my cream. But I don't know if that's what's stumping me, or because I wait till the time, I'm putting the food in, the right foods, I'm making the right choices. I don't think I'm eating anything that I'm not supposed to be eating. But every time I've weighed myself the last 2 weeks, it's not even an ounce has dropped.
How about drinking enough water?
I am. I'm not getting to, I'm up until about 5 or 6 bottles. I haven't quite made it to the 8 bottles yet. I'm struggling when I just get grossed out by the time I'm at the 6th bottle. I just feel like I'm drowning in water.
Are you getting
what about sleep?
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam.
Sleep is, sleep comes and goes. I wake up in the middle of the night a couple times, but then, I do go back to sleep, but I'm not getting like full 8 hours of sleep or anything like that. I never have really.
So there's a list of things, and everyone's already kind of mentioned some of them. There's a list of things that I would look at. And obviously you have a health coach that is looking over your log, so I would utilize that to the best of your ability. Sleep, stress, water intake. How are your stress levels right now? Like someone like Kelly, who this is the busiest time of year for her, I would say that, hey, if you didn't lose weight these last 2 weeks, that's why. Your body acts as that flight or fight mechanism. It's going to hold on to everything, no matter if you ate like a pigeon. It wouldn't matter just because of stress. So
stress is very high on me right now. I've got a lot going on with an elderly mother that just came to live with me, and dementia and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, that's kind of killing me. She came to live with me about 4 or 5 months ago. So
are you taking
say
time for yourself right now?
I'm trying to. I promised that I was going to start in the last couple of weeks, so I'm trying to.
We'll get with you after the call and with the health coach, and we'll set something up and see where some tweaks can be made. And we certainly want you feeling your best and obviously seeing some results on the scale. So we'll make something happen. But thank you for reaching out and letting us know.
And I just wanted to add something really quick, Carrie. I know that it can be a little bit maybe I'll just use myself. It can be frustrating hearing success from other members, maybe feeling like, okay, well, am I doing something wrong? So, you know, the great thing about Adam is that, you know, like he said, he's going to be able to look at everything and see what we can possibly tweak. I can tell you that this is my second time on Adam's program. The first time was, I don't know, maybe like a year ago. And I only did it for like a short time. And this time came back and I wanted to commit to the full year so I can really have my body and my mind conditioned to really what this is about and how this is a lifestyle and not just something temporary. I can tell you in my time recently, I had those same feelings. And I will tell you, with a few minor tweaks, once we're able to see what that is, I can tell you, you will drop the weight. Sleep, I can tell you, is vitally important. Your stress level, vitally important. If you have any sort of stresses, believe it or not, our bodies hold on to weight when we're stressed because our bodies don't know how to, it's like it goes into like, and I'm sure Adam can touch on this a little bit better, more scientifically, but I know that there's something with our bodies where
so it raises your cortisol levels, and that's like a big disruptor for insulin levels and things like that. And so you won't lose any weight if those two things are disrupted, right? So lack of sleep and stress, it's almost the same exact effect. And with lack of sleep can actually cause some other things like unwanted cravings, because your body's tired and it wants to pick me up from things like caffeine. And now you're adding things to that caffeine. And so there's a whole, weight loss is never just one thing. It's usually a combination of a dozen different things combined. And again, we'll take a look at that for sure, and see where we can make some tweaks. So
the only other thing that I don't think I've ever mentioned when I've spoken to you or to the other two girls, I did have a thyroidectomy a year and a half ago, and everything was fine until I had my thyroid taken out, and that's when I started gaining the weight. So they're still playing with the levels of the medication and stuff like that, but they've lowered it to the point where, you know, I don't know if that has something to do with it also. And
yeah, of course. I mean, thyroid is, you know, a regulator, right? So I'm hoping that your medication is dialed in pretty soon. Is it Synthroid or something like that?
It's the generic levothyroxine.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So hopefully they'll get that dialed in. Yes, it can play a part, but you know, that's still just one thing amongst a dozen different things.
Yeah.
I have to say the last few weeks, I did get very frustrated because it wasn't that just work was stressful. I had a couple of other things. There was like 5 things that happened in a row, and I get on the scale and I didn't lose anything. So that added to my stress. And then the next week I gained 3 pounds. I was like, what, how? And I have no idea. And once I kind of let go of that stress, I got back on the scale today and I was down to what I gained 3 pounds from. Cause I was like, there's no way I've gained 3 pounds. So that stress factor very well could have played into that.
Even the stress about not losing is stress. And so,
because when I get on the scale and
I was talking to somebody the other day, and not to, you know, I'm a man, so I don't mean to, but like you know, if anyone has wanted to get pregnant before, and then that stress of wanting to get pregnant and nothing really happens because all you're doing is thinking about getting pregnant. It's like the watch pot never boils, that kind of mentality, right? So yeah, take that stress out of it. Just believe in, you know, the process and the system. But again, we'll talk about some other things as well to make sure that things are going well and you're on the right track.
okay.
We didn't hear from a couple people, Mandy, Laura, anybody else will have any questions, concerns?
Everybody's too shy.
Everybody's shy. That's okay. That's okay. So I'll take this opportunity. Yes, did someone say something?
Yeah, that's me, Adam.
Oh.
What is your thinking on adding something to the water, like electrolytes to your water?
Just say bye.
Or just straight water?
So great question. So adding electrolytes. So I'd rather, you can do like a smart water that has electrolytes or something like that. If you're adding like outside electrolytes to your water, generally it's going to have something else, some sort of sweetener to it. So I'd be very cautious with that.
Like Himalayan salt.
That's fine too. Yeah, you can add that.
Drink so much water and it's like, I think I drink it and pee it right out. And I don't know if it's,
Well, there's also a thing of drinking too much water. So drinking too much water can sort of deplete you of vitamins eventually and things like that. So you want to be cautious of that. But if you're adding, I wouldn't add electrolytes. I would get just a pure water, like a smart water with electrolytes added to it instead of adding your own. Because I have electrolytes here for like my runs and stuff like that, but they all have added things to it that will break your fast.
okay. All right.
So how do
So-
you know if you're drinking too much water?
That's a good question. I mean, if you're spending most of the time in the bathroom
In the
peeing it
bathroom.
off, it might be too much. You know, general rule of thumb is once it's clear, you're kind of good to go. If you're not feeling dehydrated, there's certain tests you can do, like a skin test. I don't know if you guys know about this. So if you're dehydrated, your skin won't bounce back. Okay, but if you're hydrated, your skin will just kind of bounce right back. So you can just kind of pinch the top of your hand and see how, if it bounced back, or it kind of just goes back slowly. Your tongue, obviously, if your tongue is dry, it'll be dehydrated, you know, kind of like a light pale tongue, things like that. So some things to look out for. So I'm sure we're gonna have some other questions, but I don't want to forget about what I want to say. So I am doing, for fun, for kicks, I am doing a no, so some people are doing dry January, right? Dry January, no alcohol. We've had enough through December and the holidays, right? So dry January, right? So you guys can do that. I am doing a no sugar January. Okay, and not that I consume that much sugar generally, but yeah, of course, with the holidays, there's cakes everywhere. I could tell you there's, with this New Year's party, there's like a 3-tiered cake in my dining room right now that I keep walking past. So I'm doing a no sugar January, and believe it or not, it's very tough. I don't know what's tougher, the dry January or the sure. I would think that no sugar is tougher, because sugar isn't everything. And I'm doing it with my daughter. She wants to do it with me. So we're having like a fun little, you know, kind of contest among us. And I challenge you guys to do the same thing. What it does more than anything else, it's going to make you mindful of how much sugar is in everything. It has been so difficult. I mean, so our rule between my daughter and I is you can have sugar if it comes in a natural form. So in fruit. So we're allowed fruit, and that's basically it. If there's sugar added to a product, you can't have it. So even like a yogurt, we are not doing, because it's sugar that's added to the yogurt. So it's gonna make you, and I'm doing a little for my daughter as well, making her just mindful of, you know, how much sugar is in all these products. So I challenge you guys to do it with me. I would love to hear your feedback. Maybe this call next month, right? It's going to be on us, 30 days from now. But I think it's a very interesting to do. Obviously, for 30 days, I think everyone can spare 30 days on honing in on how much sugar they're consuming. And I just think it's a great thing to challenge yourself with.
I'm
Okay.
open to doing it.
Okay. I might even give out some special prizes. I'm known to give out some freebie stuff. So, if you're in, you're in. Let me know. You can email me or text me or whatever, and we can maybe start our own little kind of sugar-free group or something like that. But and sugar, you can't do anything that says sugar-free or no sugar added. So don't even think about that. It's got to be no sugar at all. Okay, and it becomes difficult. Okay.
I'm in.
Okay.
Yay!
So again, it's a fun little thing I'm doing with my daughter, and I figured I'd introduce it to you guys to have a little more fun to it. Maybe again, we'll start like a little group or something. Does everybody here have WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do our own little like side WhatsApp group or something like that. But again, I really encourage you guys to try it. It's 30 days of your life, and I think you'll just be very mindful at the end of these 30 days of how much sugar's and everything. Cool.
I agree.
You guys can do dry January too if you want. Combine the two. I don't know. Whatever you want. Don't go too crazy.
Do we have a date yet for the next Zoom meeting? What's 30
It's
days?
always the first Tuesday of the month.
Okay, so it'll be the 7th of February.
Okay, so we might need to break our challenge before then. Some of you might want to go on. You know, sugar is one of just the devil, right? You're going to see your face change. You're going to see your overall energy levels change. Your insulin levels will change. Just so many different things will change, and it's not going to take long. Within the first couple of days, you'll start seeing and feeling a difference. So, all right. Any more questions that I can answer? I think it was an awesome live. You guys are all awesome. Obviously, if you guys have any, maybe, personal questions you don't want to chat on here about, you have your health coach, you have me at your disposal. I am always around. You have the community. There's now 1,800 members in the community, which is incredible.
Oh, wow.
So 1,800 members in there, and it's been a great sounding board for a lot of you. I know that. Fridays are obviously weigh-in day for you rookies out there. Fridays are weigh-in day. So make sure you are sharing your success. I can't tell you how important it is to, number one, log all your stuff. But for those of you who don't know, logging, and we're still having some kinks with the app, but it is a really good app. The new app that we created. But increasing or logging your food increases your success up to 60% when it comes to weight loss. These are stats and studies that have been proven. So anytime you log your food, whether you just did it on your own, or obviously next level accountability is doing it on our app with a health coach, looking at all your stuff, it's going to increase your success up to 60%. So I would really encourage you to log everything you can. And again, Fridays are weigh-in day in the community. Make sure you are, sharing all your success in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
How do we get in touch with our health coach?
You can just chat. You can chat with them through the app.
How do we know who it is?
They'll tell you who they are. Just ask. They should tell you.
Mine always says Adam. Does that mean that you're my health
They're because the app is new. They're just using my code right now just to make things simpler. Because the app is only like a week and a half old or something like that. It's not very.
The very beginning of
You were the very first one. I know. We didn't even launch it back then. So we still have some kinks to work out. So they'll eventually get their own personal codes, but for right now we're just using one code just to make it easy. So that everybody can so I can go in there too and check everybody's stuff. But you can just check, anytime you chat, your health coach will chat back. And sometimes it's me. I have some people on there too. So
is it like under messages? Because I have a message that says Nikita.
No. So let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Hold on.
And then I have one on something where I logged it. Adam put a comment on it and it asked me a question, but I couldn't respond back to it.
Okay, any kinks you guys have, please let us know, because we're fixing them and we need to know all of them before we fix them.
Are we still using do you want us to use both apps?
No, just a new one. If you're on Nursely, you can get rid of Nursely. Sorry. So here's messages. Yeah, so mine says Nikita too.
Is that where you would see it? That's who it's supposed to be?
You would do it under messages, yeah. That's where it should be. I probably need to update my app.
Yeah, because I mean, you click on Nikita, you click on everything, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
So I'll just screenshot that and send it to my developers, and they'll fix that. There, so that should work. So they'll just change that to say who your health coach. It might just be my name, but you can just test it that way.
okay.
All right, and then if you have downloaded your app like a little while ago, make sure you're continually updating it, especially in these beginning stages, because we're always updating all these little problems. We're just fixing kind of on the fly. All right. And again, this app, for those of you who don't know, you can log so many things. Have you guys tried the meal planner too?
No.
I'll take a minute to walk you guys through. So you can plan your meals if you just wanted like lunch. All these meals will pop up, and you can add them to kind of like a plan, right? So I'm gonna add these. It's gonna add it to my day. So I could just go through and add just some ideas that you want, and maybe you see something that you like. There's gonna be recipes with it as well. If it loads. So there'll be recipes down here. There are recipes, I promise.
I've seen
And
them.
if you just want to do a quick log, do you guys know like this camera up here is just a quick log. You could just take a picture real quick,
Oh, nice.
right? And just use that and just say it's lunch if you're like kind of like busy. That's an easy thing to do. If you wanted to do a longer log, you press the salad, and then here's your longer log. And then even on here, you could take a picture.
I was so excited. You did a reel of different meals that, that were pictures
Yeah.
of meals. There was 2 on there that were my meals.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, special. You win a prize or something. But all this stuff is important. So if you're exercising at that point, your water intake, all of it's important to, keep track of, even your alcohol, sleep. Who was it, Carrie? You want to track your sleep. This is a good way to do it. Really easy. Takes 2 seconds. You go in there, what time you went to bed, what time you woke up, and it'll tell you, it'll tell you how many hours. So
Yeah.
Sometimes the hours are off though.
get in bed,
Good
get
about
out
that.
of bed. There. So it calculated 12 hours. So yeah, use it to the best of your, and again, throughout this, let me know if you have any issues. All right.
And I noticed on there that it has, for the food log, it has breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. So we're really only using lunch, snack, and dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna, that's one of the updates that we're making. So, yes. So, yeah, yes. The short story is we're using this app to help other health coaches as well, not just approach health coaches. We're helping other health coaches, and so that's why we had, because other health coaches have their own plan. But we actually just duplicated the app and launched it somewhere else. So we're gonna take the breakfast off there, because I know some people were confused when the rookies were confused.
I was not. Not on that anyway.
Common sense told me that's what we were supposed to be doing.
Right.
But
Right.
just sometimes common sense doesn't always work out for you.
No, I know, especially when you see it, they're like, oh, should I be doing that? I don't know. So, cool. All right. So we're always here if you need me. You have Victoria. If you guys haven't met Victoria through an email or something like that, she's amazing. She usually gets you whatever you need. If you're missing something or you need, one of your first weeks resent to you or something like that, she's there, to help you with that. So we're always here.
Cool.
All right, guys.
One question, what about exercise? No exercising?
Not for 30 days, especially you, Carrie, till we get this figured out and get some pounds dropping. No exercise.
All right.
And don't be discouraged if you just lose a pound a week.
No, any loss is a loss.
Adam and I have talked about this. I can't be looking at other people losing like 5 pounds at a time. I'm thankful for, because of my weight loss through the years of constantly yo-yo dieting.
Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody's different. And I know I hear this all the time, and people come to me, how does she lose it? I mean, everybody is different. So all we look for is the scale going in the right direction. We never use the word only in front of weight loss. That's a big no-no. So any weight loss is good in my book.
Yes. Let's be consistent, team. We got this.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna tuck the little ones into bed. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, good night, all.
Thanks, Adam.
Bye.
Bye, guys.